This is Cher Kalashevsky from Your Wealth Quest. Today I'm here to talk about what it takes to accomplish $1 million savings goal. Maybe this is something that you want to do. Maybe you haven't achieved $1 million in your life and you think, oh my gosh, this is just never going to happen for me. Well, I've got some tips and hints for you to basically get started on that quest if that's something that you're interested in. Please stay tuned and watch this video. Thanks.
So is it possible to be a millionaire? You might have the desire to have $1 million. This number feels magical, and that if we were to achieve it as a savings goal, life would be easier and your worries would be fewer. This might be the case, but let's stop dreaming about $1 million savings goal and take a look at what it might take to actually accomplish this. Have you ever really thought about what it would take to accomplish your $1 million savings goal? While $1 million isn't what it used to be, for most of us, it would be life-changing and it would be a big deal and a big step up in our lives. Plus, if you can save $1 million, 2 or 3 million might also be in your future. Are such savings really possible for you? Well, anything is possible. When it comes to saving a given amount of money, time is of the essence. Let's look at a table to see what it would take on a monthly basis to save $1 million and to make that $1 million savings goal. As you can see in front of us, we have a chart of monthly savings needed to accumulate $1 million. Okay, on the left-hand side, we have the number of years to invest, so 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 years to invest. And then across the top, we have a rate of return. So this rate of return is the rate at which our money is going to be compounding over time. So 2% a year, 4% a year, 6% a year, 8% a year, or 10.8% a year. As you can see, the earlier you start, the less you're required to save each month. While this makes sense, it's surprising just how much more you have to save if you wait. For example, we're going to take a look at the 8% return here, where my cursor is. You only have to save $126.08 per month to have $1 million in 50 years. Okay, so what we assumed here is you can save $126.08 every month for 50 years, and the return that you're going to get on that money is 8%. That will get you to $1 million. That will get you to your target. On the other side, if you only have 10 years to invest and you're looking at an 8% return, then your monthly savings rate is $5,500 in order to accomplish the exact same thing, in order to accomplish the $1 million savings goal. This is a big difference in the monthly savings amount for any of the rates of return. As you take a look at the chart, it really is best to start as soon as possible and to attempt to get the greatest rate of return that you can. Let's take another example. Let's assume that you have a time frame of 30 years. That's usually pretty more typical for many people. You have an investment time frame of 30 years, and it's very reasonable to expect a rate of return of 8% or better over the long term, and this is based on historic stock market returns. As you can see, we take a look at 30 years at 8%. We move across the chart. What this requires is a monthly savings rate of $671. Now, compared to saving thousands of dollars per month, this is actually much more in the territory of being possibly feasible for many people, under $700 a month for 30 years with an 8% return on your money. Okay, now let's get practical. Some of us have 30 years to invest for $1 million to live comfortably, and others of us, including myself, do not. Few of us have been taught or had the foresight to start saving at the age of maybe 15 or 20 years old. Okay? We think that there are more important things to do, plenty of time, save for later, to make our first million and to build wealth. However, regardless of how old you are and how much time you have, if you're really working to target and get to that $1 million goal, that $1 million savings goal, you need to start now. You need to start immediately. Time goes by faster than we think. Days turn into weeks, months, and years of doing nothing. If you're serious about making your first million and you haven't started yet, ask yourself, what is holding you back? Start now. Don't wait, regardless of your age or the amount that you can save. Here are 4 points to keep in mind while you're thinking about this and you are taking action. Not just thinking, but actually taking action. Save regularly and automatically. Automate your savings as much as possible so that both saving and investing become a no-brainer and all the work is done for you. For instance, if you have a checking and savings account with a bank or credit union, consider creating an automated transfer from the checking account to the savings account every time you get paid. Then you'll know that every pay period, a set amount of money will automatically be transferred, and there's no hesitation or having to remember to do this manually. It's an amount of money that gets set aside by you automatically for you to then go and invest at that 8% or better if you're looking at that sort of a return on your money. Another trick here is to use tax deferred accounts. So the numbers that you saw in the chart earlier, they all assume that you do not have to pay taxes on your profits as you accumulate them. So what that means is if you don't have to pay taxes on those profits stay within your account and they also continue to compound interest, say that 8% over the period of time that you're looking for. This means focusing on a 401k, an IRA, a Roth IRA, or other similar tax deferred accounts in order to give you a little bit of a tax shelter so that you can really grow that money and have that money for your future. The next point is to leave your money and leave that money alone. Every dollar you save is worth $25.16 in 30 years if your rate of return is 10.8%. So think about that. If I invest $1 today and I'm getting a 10.8% return, in 30 years, that $1 becomes $25.16. So every dollar you spend is costing you significantly over time. So just think about this. Another thing to think about. Maybe that $20 knickknack that you just have to own, maybe a pair of earrings, maybe a bottle of whiskey, $20 knickknack you really, really want to have. Over 30 years, that 10.8% is costing you over $500. A word to the wise, only buy things that you either truly need or will truly, truly love. And then the last point, be patient. With compounding rates of return, your untouched savings or investments will grow much more quickly with time. So saving $1 million is well within the reach of most people. The real issue is time. Time allows even someone with a lower income to accumulate real wealth over the long haul. This means that there's hope for all of us, and it also means the time to get started is today, not tomorrow, and certainly not next year. Start saving today and you'll be pleased with the results. $1 million might not be what it used to be, but it's not too shabby either. I would take it. If you're interested in building your own wealth, or you just like what you're learning, please like this video and click the subscribe button for more about how to pursue your personal wealth quest. Thank you for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.